Hello, thank you for coming in to see Dr. Augello today. I actually was in that chair in 2015. It was November. I cannot believe it's been that long. My name is Craig Stevens from iHeartRadio. Maybe you've heard me on News Radio 790 WAEB or 95.1 ZZO or B104. I've been in Lehigh Valley Radio now for over 25 years. And again, I sat in that chair. I heard the radio commercials and I was skeptical. I thought, I just don't want another yo-yo diet because it is possible to lose weight, but can you keep it off? Well, that's what I liked about Dr. Augello. Well, let me take you back to 2015. Let's skip the weight loss. My life at that point, I was taking a lot of medication for high blood pressure, high cholesterol. I was popping Tums about every hour for heartburn, the acid reflux. Today, that's all gone. The worst of it for me, I don't know what your sleeping is like, but my wife always complained I was a loud snorer, and then she thought I had sleep apnea. I went for a sleep study. If you've ever done that sleep study charged my insurance company over $25,000. Within, I would say, the first 8 weeks, I was off of the machine, the snoring, done. It was finished. I lost the 75 pounds in 12 weeks. To date, closing in on 90. And the most important thing for you to know today, the weight stayed off. With Dr. Augello, it's the only program in the Lehigh Valley that's truly sustainable. Dr. Augello, born and raised right here in the Lehigh Valley, graduated from Bethlehem Catholic High School, also from LaSalle University, graduated #1 in his class, and class valedictorian. Thank you for spending the last couple of minutes with me. I present to you Dr. Mark Augello. Thank you for coming in today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Augello and welcome. I'm so delighted to have you here watching this video because we're going to teach you some life-changing, life-altering things that are going to be such a benefit to you. If you really want to lose weight, the first thing we have to do is make you healthy. You have to become healthy before you can lose weight. And I was in the same position you are right now. I was overweight, I didn't feel good, I was taking medications, and I felt 25 years older than I was. I didn't have any energy, I didn't have any enthusiasm. So I flew out to California, did this exact same program. Actually, we've taken this program, even made it better, and we've helped thousands of people in the Lehigh Valley. The program is simple, it is safe, it is sustainable. No drugs, no surgery, no stimulants, 100% organic. You get to eat until you're full, and I'm talking real foods. Chicken, fish, turkey, lobster with butter, and I can go on, and we're going to teach you all these about this program. This program is going to change your life, and yes, it will work for you. Don't sit there and think it's not going to work for me, it works for other people. It works for you. If you can stand, sit, and lie down, it's all you have to be able to do. You can do this program. It is amazing. The program is based off detoxification, turning on your fat-burning hormones, turning off your fat-storing hormones, cleansing your gut. Yes, cleansing your gut. I know it sounds like a crazy concept, but I'm going to teach you all about that. You have to have a healthy gut so you can absorb what you can eat. It's amazing what your body can do if we can just remove the interference. So please follow along, welcome aboard, clear your mind, and let's do this journey together. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I lost 35 pounds on Dr. Augello's weight loss program. I feel phenomenal. Before I came to Dr. Augello, I had a weight problem that came due to medical issues that I was incurring, and I tried all different types of treatments and none of them worked until I started here. You eat until you're full and it's life-changing. The whole entire program is easy to follow. You get to enjoy some wonderful shakes for breakfast as well as snacks, and eat healthy vegetables and lean proteins. I ate until I was full, and I am still enjoying the program. It's over a year since I've lost the weight. I was able to also do the sauna treatments, lipo lights, as well as spend time in going in the exercise rooms and doing some exercise therapy there. I would highly recommend it to anyone. It is definitely a life-changing way to go about weight loss.
Before you heal somebody, ask him if he's willing to give up the things that make him sick. Hippocrates said this because If you're going to be continuing to eat the foods that made you sick, it's hard to get well. We're not going to take away that many foods from you, but the main one we're going to have to control is sugar. Because sugar is the reason why you're fat. Sugar is the reason why you become insulin resistant and leptin resistant, and one of the main reasons why we have a lot of these health problems. People don't know this, but sugar is 8 times as addictive as cocaine. And what's interesting is while cocaine and heroin activate only one spot for pleasure in the brain, sugar lights up the brain like a pinball machine. So they did a test where they put mice in a cage with liquid cocaine and other types of stimulants, and they always went for the cocaine until they put in an Oreo cookie. And guess what? The mice went for the Oreo cookie every time, and they didn't just eat the Oreo cookie, they ate the white part in the middle like we used to do as kids. So, and they kept going back and back and back for the sugar because this stimulus was more than cocaine and more addictive in more parts of the brain. This next slide is about getting healthy. I mean, it is like having a lock. If I give you a lock and don't give you the combination, you cannot open it. But if I give you the combination, you can open it up right away. Doesn't that make sense? I am offering you the combination to get your health back in order and to lose weight. And here's what it is. You need to address detoxification, cleansing, insulin resistance, leptin resistance, hormone balancing, candida albicans, leaky gut syndrome, parasites, supplementation, emotional eating, stress, proper exercise, proper diet, and proper nutrition. Because if your body doesn't get 100% nutrition, it won't allow fat to be burned. One of the scary things here is 1 in 3 Americans are either diabetic or pre-diabetic. You know, we have almost 30 million diagnosed type 2 diabetics in the country, and I'm going to teach you exactly what type 2 diabetes is. There's probably about 8 to 10 more million that are diabetic and don't even know it. And then there's millions and millions and more who are pre-diabetic, and this is becoming an epidemic in our country. The main reason for all this is sugar. There's 56 different names for sugar now because as people become educated to eat less sugar, the food industry is hiding the names of sugar so that you don't become wise to their marketing campaign. A quick tip is when you're looking at food labels, don't look at the fat content, look at the sugar content. Since the 50s, when President Dwight D. Eisenhower had a heart attack, everybody had a fit and was upset why the president had a heart attack. And Ansel Keys was a medical doctor, and he came up with this lipid hypothesis theory. And he said it's because he was eating too much fat and cholesterol. So there was a war on fat and cholesterol, and every American stopped eating fat and cholesterol. And what did they start eating? Sugar substitute. Well, all that did was drive up diabetes, drive up pre-diabetes, drive up heart disease, and drive up obesity. And what we now know, he didn't have a heart attack because he was eating too much fat, because fat does not make you fat. He had a heart attack because he was probably eating too much sugar. So look at the labels, look at the sugar content, not the fat content. High blood pressure. People don't realize this, but most high blood pressure is caused by sugar. Everybody thinks throw out the salt shaker, right? Well, when you eat too much sugar, your body releases insulin. And one of the things that insulin does is withhold sodium chloride, which is salt in your kidneys. And wherever salt goes, water follows. And wherever water goes, pressure is increased. So one of the first things you're going to see when you're on my program, and sometimes within days, but within 2 weeks, is your blood pressure is going to normalize. So if you are on blood pressure medication, you need to work with your family doctor, because I want you to get your blood pressure medication lowered, because if I balance out your blood pressure, the medication is going to pull you too low. This is before and after picture of me. I share this with you. I took this in the bathroom of my house. I never thought anybody would ever see that picture of me. I didn't feel good. I was very sick. I was taking medications. I was depressed. I went to my family doctor. He said, you're depressed. Take this pill. You have high blood pressure. Take this pill. You have high cholesterol. Take this pill. You can't sleep at night. Take this pill. And I said, this is ridiculous. This does not make sense to me. So a colleague of mine said, you need to go to California. You need to meet with the top researchers in the field of health and weight loss. I did that, and I learned that my problem was not losing weight. My problem was to get healthy. And once I got healthy, a side benefit of getting healthy was losing weight. I want to teach you about type 2 diabetes and prediabetes and how this works. How it works is this. Insulin has the key to every cell in your body. And if you eat anything that is sugar or turns to sugar, whether it's soda or white bread, anything with flour in it, pastries, things of that nature, it was taught to me that sugar is like razor blades going through your bloodstream, and it's hacking away there. And what happens is it causes damage to the artery, and then the artery will lay down scar tissue to fix the problem. And then here comes Mr. Innocent Cholesterol coming down your artery and sticks to the scar tissue. Then that builds up, and then you have a clogged artery and sometimes causing a heart attack, and they blame what? The cholesterol. In all actuality, it was the sugar that was causing the problem. So if you eat anything that is sugar or turns to sugar, your body releases insulin. And insulin has the key to every cell in your body. And it wants to grab that sugar and stick it in your muscle. And that makes perfect sense. So as you're going throughout your day, you'll burn it off. Whether you're at work, whether you're at home, cleaning, working out, taking care of the house, whatever it is, it makes sense. The problem is we have so much sugar in our diet that our muscle becomes resistant to the insulin. So you develop what's called insulin resistance in your muscle, and that's the first sign of prediabetes. So then your insulin has to put it somewhere else, which tries to stick it in your liver. Well, your liver doesn't want it after a while. Guess where it goes? It goes into your fat. And you're going to get fatter and fatter and fatter until your fat doesn't want the sugar anymore. And that's when you become a type 2 diabetic. So that's type 2 diabetes in a nutshell. So the reason why I just can't hand you a piece of paper and say, here, eat these foods is because now there's damage has occurred that we need to start reversing damage. We need to start reversing insulin resistance. And the next thing we're going to need to reverse is what's called leptin resistance, which I'm going to explain to you now. Leptin is a master hormone. It wasn't until the late 90s that they used to think fat was just a storage facility. Now, fat is considered just as much of an organ as your heart, lung, and liver. And your fat releases leptin. And leptin is a hormone that goes to your brain, your hypothalamus, to tell you how big and how small you are. So if you're really fat, you have a lot of leptin, and leptin goes to your brain and says, hey, I got a lot of leptin here. What does your brain think? Okay, you're overweight, so let's turn down your appetite and turn up your metabolism. And if you're really skinny, you don't have a lot of leptin, well, not a lot of leptin's getting to your hypothalamus, so what does your body think? It thinks you're too skinny, so it tells you what? Increases your appetite and turn down your metabolism. That's the normal functioning. Here's the problem. Just like your muscle got resistant to insulin, your hypothalamus can become resistant to leptin. So you keep getting fatter, more leptin is going to your hypothalamus, but it's not getting the message. So what does your body think? Your body thinks you're skinny. And if your body thinks you're skinny, it's going to tell you what? Increase your appetite and turn down your metabolism. That's why they call heavy people what? They're fat and lazy. They're not fat and lazy. Their body thinks they're starving to death, so it's telling them to rest, not to burn up any energy. And since their body thinks they're starving, it's telling them what? Go raid the refrigerator. So that is leptin resistance, and we're going to reverse that for you. The next thing I want to talk about is your gut, because if you do not address your gut, if you do not heal your gut, if you do not cleanse your liver, if we don't get things under control in your whole intestinal area, it's not going to work. Gut health is essential to overall health, and we are way ahead of the curve on this, and you're going to start hearing about this more and more. In your gut, you have good flora, bacteria, and you have Candida albicans, which is yeast. And when you think of yeast, just think of the same yeast when you stick in bread. What happens when you stick yeast in bread? The bread rises and blows up, right? If you're feeling overweight, bloated, your belly feels, sometimes it gets bloated, it's because you have too much yeast in it. So through stress, antibiotics, alcohol, toxins, that kills the good flora in your gut. And when the good flora in your gut gets knocked down, it can't help control the Candida albicans, and the yeast runs wild in your gut. And that yeast can poke holes in your intestines, and that's called leaky gut syndrome. This yeast can actually lay down roots, like the roots of a plant, in your intestines. So in our program, we need to starve down that Candida albicans, and we need to build up the good gut flora, the good bacteria, in order to balance your gut. And that is essential to good health, as well as cleansing your liver and cleansing out all the toxins. I also want to talk about your thyroid. Everybody either has a thyroid problem or knows somebody who has a thyroid problem. And the reason is, a lot of times, it's not the thyroid that is the problem, it's the gut. So when your hypothalamus tells your thyroid to release thyroid-releasing hormone, to release T4, T4 is an inactive form of thyroid hormone. And T4 must go through the liver and the gut to become T3. Well, if your liver and gut aren't functioning right, T4 is not going to be converted to T3. And if there's not a lot of T3, there's no negative feedback loop to the hypothalamus. So your body keeps sending out thyroid-releasing hormone, thyroid-stimulating hormone to keep making T4. And you get a blood test and your doctor says, oh, you must be hypothyroid because your body is making all this thyroid-stimulating hormone, yet you're not, the thyroid level isn't raising. Well, I can tell you right now, over 80% of the thyroid cases is because your liver and your gut are polluted and they're out of balance. And once we cleanse the liver and the gut, it balances your metabolism. It controls your mood. It controls your body temperature. It controls your overall feeling of well-being, and you're going to feel so much better. Depression. They used to say you are what you eat. That's not true. You are what you can absorb from what you can eat. So if you can't absorb the proper nutrients, they can't be converted. So tryptophan needs to be eaten and converted to serotonin, which is your happy neurotransmitter. Serotonin gets converted to melatonin, which helps you sleep. So if you're watching this and you're finding yourself depressed, don't have energy, have a hard time falling asleep, have a hard time staying asleep, you're waking up exhausted, after lunch you have the head nods, you don't feel good, you have no motivation, wait until you get on this program, and it doesn't take a long time. We put you through your first cleanse, you're going to start feeling better immediately. Just here are some of the examples of what this program can do for you. I mean, look at Ed here. He came to my office, he said, I want to sell my motorcycle, I can't get my leg over top of it, I can't play with my grandkids, I'm disabled, can you help me? And 5 months later, he's down 115 pounds, eating till he's full. These are real people with real results, 100% all natural. Another one here is Betty. She was in her 70s when she came to me, and she said, is there any chance you can help me? I've been giving myself insulin injections for over 20 years. I'm a type 2 diabetic. I don't feel good. And I said, of course. So I called her endocrinologist, and he was kind of shaking his head, said, well, I'll work with you, but I think it's kind of foolish. So as she got on the program, and before you know it, he starts taking her off all this medication. Now, even though it says now currently to this day, she's down to over 70 pounds. We reversed her type 2 diabetes. And her endocrinologist is absolutely flabbergasted and is in complete amazement that that was able to happen. So our health always seems so much more valuable until after we lose it. I'm encouraging you, now is the time. Do not wait. You're here. You take the first step. This is the journey. The journey starts now. You won't be alone. You'll be with us. But the nice thing is, there's an old saying, nothing succeeds like success. If you're on my program for 2 weeks, you're feeling better, you're sleeping better, you're happier, you're eating till you're full, your clothes are falling off because they don't fit, nobody quits the program. One of the things what's going to happen if we don't get the program started is your body has to get rid of this sugar, and it's going to start storing this fat in all different places, including fat around your heart, which is called visceral fat, fat around your liver, and this is very dangerous. We have so many patients that have what they call a non-alcoholic fatty liver. Our program is great because you get to eat till you're full. You get to eat real foods until you're full. After the first 3 months, we add back beef, lamb, and pork. Up until that time, you can eat chicken, fish, turkey. You can have lobster with butter. It's a great program, eating real food. So you're going to love this program. It's going to make you feel better. You're going to feel better quickly. And you're going to be working with your family doctor to get off many medications that you're not going to need. Because one of the main things that I find amazing is, have you ever gone to a doctor and they asked you on the intake form, what do you eat? Either have I. And if 85 to 90% of the reason the medications you're taking right now are from what you're putting in your mouth, don't you think it's a good idea to find out if what you're eating is the reason why you're having these health issues? So, your food can be your greatest medicine, or it could be, the worst toxin. And we're going to teach you how to eat right and clean your body out, and you're going to feel wonderful.
My name is Brian. I heard about Dr. Augello on the radio. I was 240 pounds. I was feeling unhealthy and bloated. My feet were swollen. I was on blood pressure medication, cholesterol medication, and that was in November of 2018. Today, 7 months later, I'm 193. I've kept it off. I'm eating till I'm full. I'm still detoxing once a month, still taking the supplements and the shakes, still drinking 8 or 10 bottles of water a day. I'm off blood pressure medication and off cholesterol medication and feeling great.
This is our EWOT, which stands for Exercise with Oxygen Therapy. The Russians actually developed this when they were bringing their cosmonauts back from space. They wanted something to help them build back their muscle strength because they had so much atrophy because they used to leave them up there for so long. So we have this as part of your technology. This is incredible. It increases your fat burning hormones while decreasing your fat storing hormones. It oxygenates your blood. It oxygenates your plasma. It gets fatty acids burning. It strengthens muscle. It's good for bone density. All you need to do is stand on it, you pull in your belly button, you squeeze your buttocks, and you breathe through your nose. It's great technology. It's as if I'm checking every reflex in your body 1,000 times per minute. Your body has to react to it. It's part of your program and you're gonna love it. This is one of our many infrared saunas. We have 2-person saunas, so you can come together as a couple. We even have individual saunas. This is technology developed by NASA. When they used to bring the astronauts back from space, they didn't know if they had moon disease. They didn't know if they were carrying any type of bugs or organisms. So NASA developed this to detoxify them. So when they came back, instead of having them be quarantined for weeks on end, they'd sit in the sauna. This sauna is safe for all living organisms. It is the only chamber in the world that you can burn fat and burn calories with exercise. Just sit down and relax. It's a natural anti-inflammatory chamber. So if you have any aches and pains, muscle aches, joint pains, this is perfect for that. It's a wonderful part of our program. You're gonna love it. As part of your program, we do body wraps from UCLA Medical Center. These are deep internal lymphatic cleansing wraps. These push toxins and cellulite into your lymph system, then you expel it out of your body. The nice thing about these wraps is they also tighten your skin, so as you lose weight, you're not gonna have this hanging skin. The magic in these wraps is actually the cream, not the actual cellophane wrapping in itself. The cream comes from UCLA Medical Center and it is niacin based, which means it is a B vitamin based cream. And this cream is going to push the toxins and cellulite out, and it's going to aid in your weight loss and shaping your body, and you're going to feel wonderful. This is the Brain Tap. You wear it when you're having a body wrap or when you're having a lipolyte session. What this does is delivers what's called neuro-linguistic programming. His technique is called self-mastery technology. This balances the brain, relieves stress in the body. It gets your fat-burning hormones turned on. It turns off cortisol, which is a fat-storing hormone, increases serotonin, increases endorphins. This technology is incredible. It's going to talk about the program. It's going to talk about positive things in your life. It's going to go into your subconscious mind. It influences in what they call alpha and theta. And while you're lying down, 20 minutes on this is equivalent to a 2-hour nap. And even if you fall asleep, it goes into your subconscious mind. This is cutting edge technology. He was in People magazine for it. People have lost over 100 pounds just listening to this for 5 years. So we added this to our program on top of all our nutritional excellence and on our excellent food list. One of the technologies we have here is Lipolyte. This comes from England. The British have discovered if you take a specialized LED light and tune it to the frequency of 635 nanometers, it will hit your fat cell and your fat cell will open up naturally. It also has a frequency of 900 nanometers, which will tighten collagen and tighten skin. This is beautiful technology. There is no known side effects. One of the things you're going to see out there in a lot of different places, tanning salons, this and that, they have Chinese technology. It is not as good. It is not as effective. It does not penetrate as deep, and they're not on the right frequency. So if you're going to use a Lipolyte, you want to use the Lipolyte from England, and it's the one we have here. This machine, it's painless. It shines onto the fat cell. It penetrates 2 to 3 inches deep, and 2 to 3 inches around the paddle will release the fat and will tighten your skin. And it's a great way to help you lose, especially those troubled areas, because I don't care how much weight you lose, you're always going to have a troubled area. So what this can do is this can spot directly onto your troubled area and help get it to be shaped just the way you want it. It's excellent technology, and it's here for you. You're going to be assigned your own personal coach when you're on our program. She's going to call you, she's going to text you, And more importantly, she's available to you whenever you have any questions. You can call and text her. If she can't help you, I will personally call you and help you. You're also going to get your binder, which is going to be your Bible. The first 40 pages I wrote so you know what to do and also why you are doing it. And I'm here for you. This is a journey where you're not by yourself. You have our entire team with you. And before you know it, you're going to be one of our success stories like thousands of others. Our supplements are 100% natural. In fact, they're beyond organic. They're considered Japanese grade. It's the highest level of natural supplements. They have pharmaceutical grade potency, but they're all natural. These supplements all come from Salt Lake City, Utah. I was out the factory, I was in the fields where these were grown, except the shakes, which come from New Zealand. They have their own cows, naturally grazing, picking and choosing, grass-fed, no hormones, no antibiotics. They take the dairy and they extract the whey from it. And the whey is cold filtered, so it has the most nutrients. These shakes have all 9 essential amino acids in them, which means your body can't make them, you have to ingest them. These shakes have vitamins, minerals, enzymes, probiotics in them. The way it was described to me is, these shakes are a healing shake, not just a meal replacement shake. All our supplements are this high quality and they're awesome. Gonna make you feel great.
Hi, my name is Betty Keating. I'm 75 years old and I've been a type 2 insulin-dependent diabetic for the past 23 years. 2 years ago, I lost my husband and I knew I needed to take charge and lose some weight and get off some of my medications. So I went to a seminar and Dr. Augello's Health and Body Makeover program seemed to make sense to me. So I went for the free consultation and now here I am, 65 or more pounds less, healthier. I don't need knee replacement surgery now. I don't take my insulin during my meals during the day. And I'm just so happy. I feel better, I look better. And what I really liked about the program was the fact that I didn't want to count, I didn't want to measure, I didn't want to weigh. And this was very, very easy. You can eat a lot and you could eat as much as you want. So I loved all the food. I loved vegetables and salads. You were able to eat chicken, fish, seafood, salmon, shrimp, lobster with butter. I never felt deprived. I was able to go out and make it work. Eggs, almonds, avocados, it was great. And I really liked the fact that I reported once a week and I was able to go in the infrared sauna, which was very relaxing, and also get the wrap and listen to Dr. Porter give me positive reinforcements. The staff here was very pleasant and helpful, and it's something that I would recommend to anyone. I hope that someone listening would make the move and sign up for at least the free consultation and see what it's about, because it is a wonderful, healthy program.
Hello, my name is Leo Rooney. I'm here to speak with you today about Dr. Augello's Health and Body Makeover. When I was 29 years old, I chose to come in and see Dr. Augello on the referral of one of my parents. I was very nervous when I first came in to see what was going on with the program, and I was also very skeptical. I had spent many years trying to lose weight, very unsuccessfully. 29 years old, 330 pounds, a lot of life left to live. Now stay at 220 pounds, and I've been able to sustain that weight for 3 years now. It has absolutely changed my life, and I'm confident that there isn't another program in the Lehigh Valley that is going to offer the kind of services and the real help, sustainable help, that you'll be able to take long into the future. I know that there's a lot of other things that people consider with surgeries, and I've been there. I know how difficult it is to make decisions. I've taken the drinks. I've worked with the nutritionist at St. Luke's. I've done the working out. I've been in the CrossFit gyms and all those things, and nothing worked. until the day I walked through the doors of Dr. Augello's Health and Body Makeover and started working with his staff.
Thank you so much for watching this video. It was so important for me to make sure that you understand what we do and why we do it. If we don't have all these elements in place, it's not going to work, and I want you to be successful. I know personally, I have tried and failed to lose weight so many times, and once I was taught you must get healthy first before you can lose weight, that's when the light bulb went off in my head. It's essential that you eat to your full, eat the right foods. All the services we have here, the exercise with oxygen therapy, the infrared sauna, the SMT, the LipoLite, the body wraps, the personal coaching, the organic supplements. Combine that, this program is going to work wonders for you. So thank you so much, and looking so forward for you to becoming another success story at Dr. Augello's Health and Body Makeover. Thank you so much.